Welcome back to the VeriCoin and Verium weekly update. My name is Matthew Aaron, and today we're going to talk to Kevin Alvarez of Blue Nile Marketing. He's been working with the two coins for a little over a year, and he has a unique perspective on how it is to market both those coins together. He's also going to tell us a little bit about the updates that we talked about last week. I'll see you in about 15 minutes after the show to wrap things up. This is a good interview. He has a lot of good stuff to say. There's a couple of surprises in there for people in the community. We'll see you in about 15 minutes. Hello, Kevin. How you doing? Nice to meet you.
I'm doing well, Matthew. How are you?
Very, very good. Very good. Kevin, can you please tell everybody who you are, why we're talking today? I think everybody should know you already. You've been the marketing man for VeriCoin and Verium for over a year now. But please just introduce yourself.
Okay, yeah. My name is Kevin. I go by Blue Links Marketing in the community, which is also my marketing agency's name. I actually started with VeriCoin in 2014 as a user. I was really impressed with the team at that time, and then also the technology. And at this time, crypto was still relatively new, at least in terms of altcoins. And kind of fell away from it. And then in 2016, a buddy of mine still involved in the community said, "Hey, they're looking for marketing help. You should contact them." And I spoke with Doug and Patrick. I think they like my vision, my long-term approach that I have. And we started working together in November 2016. Mm-hmm. So it's been about a year now, and it's been a fun run. This past year has been great, but there's still a lot of work to do. And that's why I'm here today, to try to explain some of the challenges we have, and then also some of the ways I think we can get the community more involved to help get the word out about VeriCoin a little bit better, and Verium as well.
Right on. Well, it's very nice to meet you. I'm very happy to have this conversation with you. So in episode number 1 of the weekly update, we talked about the vault, the wallet, and something coming up, incentivized. Could you just, condense that maybe down into just a little bit? Just tell us what's going on with it from your end, and why should we be happy about this?
Well, from my end, and from the marketing angle, one of the big things is we want to make that user experience as great as possible. Because if we can bring in 1,000 new people, 5,000 new people, 100,000 new people, whatever the number is, that's great. But the experience has to be a very easy one for them. So these new wallet update, or the vault update and the VeriCoin wallet update, they're going to be, and essentially in the big picture, making that user experience a little bit better. And in addition, all the technology stuff, that's probably for another episode. Maybe Doug can explain some of the technology aspects, but essentially they've scaled down a lot of the code. They've added a lot more code, but they've made things a lot more efficient. So now when a new user installs that wallet, the graphic user interface is going to be a little bit more user friendly. There's some security updates. The syncing to the network is faster. So that first impression that a user has now is going to be much improved. And then kind of behind the scenes, some of these benefits are we're taking one major step towards what we call the Gemini wallet, which is where within one wallet, you're going to have both the ability to be staking and mining.
Oh, in one place. You're going to combine both the staking and the mining.
In the crypto world. Correct. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Basically, within the Gemini wallet, you'll have your Verium vault and your VeriCoin wallet, which allows you to do two things within one wallet. And that's, like I said, that's really where VeriCoin's value proposition is with the binary chain, and the Gemini wallet will kind of be the visualization of that value proposition.
Wow, that's exciting. So I have a question, just because I got you here. You have Verium and VeriCoin, you have them together. What are the challenges of marketing in both of them? You have two brands that you're trying to market. What's the challenges behind that?
Well, I think it is a challenge, definitely, by having two. It's a branding challenge because you have two different coins. A lot of people don't even understand that they're related in any way. So take a regular person involved in crypto, they go to Bittrex and maybe Verium's having a great day and it's jumping up and they see it for the first time. But they may not even understand the synergism it has with VeriCoin. Mm-hmm. And our challenge, I think marketing crypto in general is a challenge because you have different types of people entering the space. So marketing going to somebody that's just new to crypto, you really want to make sure they understand what blockchain is, what cryptocurrency is, why is cryptocurrency needed. And so you have a message to that group of people versus the people who are already familiar with crypto. Marketing to them is going to be a completely different ballgame. You're going to be talking about, from the mining standpoint, you want to educate them on, the hashing algorithm, and you have all these other technical things you're going to be worrying about getting that message to them. So I think with crypto, my take on it, and this is, I think, one of the things that the developers liked when I spoke with them was we're trying to take a long-term approach. Right. And that isn't, we're not selling a product, we're not selling a service, it's a currency. And in order for this currency to be accepted and used, we have to educate people. So our motive has never been to sell anything. We don't take the approach of hyping anything. Right. What we want to do is educate the public. And again, the challenge is educating different segments of users. You have, like I said, at the continuum of people who don't even know what currency is. I mean, not cryptocurrency. They don't even know what money is. Right. And so you kind of have to explain to some people what money really is before you can explain what cryptocurrency is.
Right. So we're talking about the two coins, VeriCoin and Verium. You mentioned a little bit about currency, and you have now. I see that it's already 3 steps removed. You have to educate people about currency, educate people about cryptocurrency, and then educate people about VeriCoin and Verium. How would somebody like me do that? What would you say? What would your recommendation be to somebody that wants to, get people knowing about our community?
Yeah, it's a good question. And I think one of the things that we've done already, if you look at the videos that we produced where we've interviewed Doug, we made sure we kind of addressed the spectrum. So a lot of those videos are on the idea of what is cryptocurrency, why is it needed, can it be trusted? And at that point, you're talking about the people just entering into it, learning about cryptocurrency, answering some of their concerns and questions. And then we get into a video explaining proof of stake. And then another video about the bigger picture of what binary chain and the vision of VeriCoin, which is going to be released this week, by the way. That video has not been put out yet. Okay. So in terms of, I think sharing some of those videos would be a good way. Better yet, I think take a step back. Even people in the community of VeriCoin already right now are people who are holding VeriCoin and Verium. A lot of them are in that on a speculative basis, meaning they own it, they think it's going to go up in value, which is fine, that's great. But I would love to see everyone in the community really fully understand it. And I think that's our job, is to make sure that we explain it in a way that it's easy to understand. And then secondarily, provide information and provide resources so that people can easily share that. And one of the ways that, one of the initiatives that we're working on is getting people within the community, because we've got a worldwide community. Mm-hmm. So somebody from Spain can maybe take these documents that we've created and translate them into Spanish and then Russian and Chinese. Right. And that way people can be reading about the stuff. It's a lot easier to understand it when you're reading it in your native language. Right. I think first, truly understanding what it is that VeriCoin and Verium is and how binary chain is going to work. And then you can explain it with passion, because you really believe, once you understand it, you can see that this is a superior solution than Bitcoin. Again, in my opinion, and obviously I wouldn't be involved in the project if I didn't feel that way.
So I saw you actually organize I think it was a meetup or a get together or a Verium VeriCoin get together in Bucharest, I think. Can you tell us?
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah.
Could you tell us a little bit
Yeah, I
about
think
that?
that
And
was
is that something that the average person could do in their hometown?
absolutely. It was actually I did this as it was a concept I've had for a while, and then I came to Bucharest and started living here in July-ish, August.
Oh,
And
right on. Cool.
Bucharest actually is a very tech savvy city. I looked at our wallet downloads and saw that it was in the top 20 list of people downloading VeriCoin and Verium wallets.
Wow.
And I said, okay, this makes sense. So I put together a meetup. It was real simple. I called a pub that had enough room. I knew. We put together an announcement on Facebook. We promoted it a little bit, and then 40 people showed up, and now we've got 40 new people who understand VeriCoin. We've had an increase in wallet downloads, obviously. And I basically say to the community or anybody that wants to sponsor, and let me step back. This was a cryptocurrency meetup sponsored by VeriCoin and Verium. I didn't want to make it all about VeriCoin and Verium. I wanted people that were already in crypto to come, and I wanted people that were interested in learning about crypto as a whole to come.
Right.
And obviously, explain the general issues of cryptocurrency and the benefits. And then it was sponsored by VeriCoin and Verium. We gave everybody that attended 10 free VeriCoin.
Oh, wow. Cool.
And it was a great success. And I think anybody in the community that wants to help promote VeriCoin, this is a great way to do it. And we will help you with that. So if you contact me in the Slack chat, again, at Blue Links Marketing, or you can email me, kalvarez@vericoin.info. Let me know. We'll give you all the resources we can to help you set something up, because I think word of mouth is the most effective way to promote cryptocurrency. And not just word of mouth. I mean, not just word of mouth like, X coin's the hot new thing. It's gonna go to the moon. That's quote word of mouth. What I'm talking about is word of mouth of people who actually have a good experience with a coin. And by experience in this case, it doesn't necessarily mean, the wallet's easy to use. Experience could be involved in the community, going through an education process and actually understanding what a coin can do and will do.
Right.
Those are the things that I think that that's the way to promote a currency. Because again, we're not selling a product and we're not selling a service.
So let me get this right. Just let me summarize this. If somebody contacts you and wants to organize an event in their hometown, and a cryptocurrency event, say sponsored by VeriCoin and Verium, contact you, and you guys are going to help them co-brand it and promote VeriCoin and Verium.
Correct. And I think
that's awesome.
Our main objective. Yeah, that's our main objective right now. The way I see it is to provide educational resources to the community and make it easy for the community to take those educational resources and share it with themselves. Again, because I'm really convinced that word of mouth is the way to promote this. We can put up all kinds of announcements and hype and all that, but that's going to be short-lived, especially in crypto right now. There's a sense that if we don't come out with a major announcement every week,
right,
then we're not doing marketing. Really, what I like to see and what's happening is an increase in users week over week over week or month over month. Right. So we are achieving our goals, even though price may not be indicating that. In my opinion, I don't look at the price because A, I can't control it, and B, it doesn't really show growth of a coin. The metrics that we look at are wallet downloads and users engaging in the community, and that's been a steady growth, which we're happy about.
Can I just switch gears just a little bit? I want to close it out by asking a little bit about Lisbon. Lisbon's coming up on the 6th through the 9th of November. You guys are going to be there. I think you actually yourself is going to be there. What's going to go on? Can you tell us a little bit about that? Have you been to Lisbon before?
Sure. Yeah, Web Summit is obviously a pretty big event in the world of technology. It's probably the event. I think you mentioned in the last podcast some of the number of journalists there from around the world, CEOs from all around the world. there's also going to be some venture capitalists there. And, you know, in all transparency, there have been some VC firms that have contacted VeriCoin with interest. But the thing, again, VeriCoin's not a company. It's a currency. Right. It's not owned by anyone other than the user. So a VC firm that wants to acquire X% equity, that's impossible. You want to invest in VeriCoin or Verium, you have one way to do it, and only one way. And that's buy it yourself on the open market. There's no other way to do it. So we've created a company called VeriByte Technologies. And VeriByte Technologies' mission is to create applications, create things that will kind of push the adoption of VeriCoin forward. And venture capital firms can invest in VeriByte Technologies. It's a separate entity than VeriCoin and Verium, but VeriByte Technologies is the one having the booth. But VeriByte Technologies' job is also to promote VeriCoin and Verium. That's the purpose of it.
Right on. Really cool. Really cool. All right. Well, Kevin, this is a really good conversation. I'm very happy that you came on the show. Hopefully you're back more often and we can talk more. Thank you for watching this week's VeriCoin and Verium weekly update. As you heard in the interview with Kevin, VeriCoin and Verium wants to help you with your cryptocurrency event. Please find the links below in the description. Reach out to us on Slack, Twitter, and we will help you organize your event. VeriCoin and Verium wants to be a sponsor and wants to get VeriCoin and Verium out to the masses. So thank you for watching this week. We'll see you next week with more VeriCoin and Verium weekly update. I'm Matthew Aaron.